Hey everybody, Chad Hasty here, host of the Chad Hasty Show. So what went wrong with Marco Rubio's campaign? Well, it's a complicated answer. There are a lot of moving parts with it, but we'll get into a little bit of it here on the morning brief. Basically, it really did not have a lot to do with the Gang of Eight support that Marco Rubio put his name behind early on when he was just a senator, not even thinking about running for president at the time. Of course, he was blamed for that, and that came up quite a bit during the campaign. But I don't think that the Gang of Eight is what killed Marco Rubio's chances in the election. Instead, what it was his attitude, or at least the perceived attitude of the Rubio campaign as not being a candidate who is a fighter in the general election or as president. Look, you look around right now at Ted Cruz, you look at Donald Trump, they are both looked at as outsiders and as fighters, those who will put up a fight. And for Donald Trump, someone who will burn it all down if he needs to in Washington, D.C. And that right now is exactly what voters, at least so far, a plurality of voters in the Republican primaries have wanted. They haven't wanted somebody with Rubio's message. Rubio's message was that of uplifting, someone who would appeal to the better angels in the Republican Party, would go out and try to unify the Republican Party and reunify the United States. That was what Marco Rubio wanted to talk about. He wanted to have some common sense ideas out there. That's not what the Republican voters wanted, at least so far. That is not what they wanted. For Ted Cruz, like I said on the show yesterday, for Ted Cruz, I believe he has a very good message, an uplifting message. But it gets drowned out by Ted Cruz's own appeal to those who are sick and tired of politics as usual in Washington, D.C. For Ted Cruz, he appeals to those people. He has stood up to the Republicans. He has stood up to the Democrats. Now, has he been able to accomplish a lot? Of course not. He hasn't been in the Senate that long. For Trump supporters and for many voters who are going out there and voting for Trump, they are so angry about the Obama presidency. They are so angry not only about the Obama presidency, but even going back into the years of George W. Bush. They're sick and tired of politics as usual. They're sick and tired of Washington, D.C., and they want somebody who they believe will get things done. And if he can't get things done, then he'll burn it all down, figuratively speaking, of course, in Washington, D.C. They don't want a uniter. They don't want someone who will bring this country together. They want somebody who will give the middle finger to the Democrats and to the Republicans and to all those elected officials out there. And that's why Donald Trump is doing well. Looking back on it, Marco Rubio, great candidate, great politician, great person, but just the wrong era, the wrong time for Marco Rubio to run. Now, in 4 to 8 years, I think it will be time for Marco Rubio to rise up and really bring people together. But as of right now, the unifying message that Marco Rubio had just didn't resonate with anybody out there beyond his small base of those who actually believed in Marco Rubio. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11. Weekday mornings, Central Time. Of course, you can tune in 8:30 to 11 on KFYO, 790 AM in Lubbock throughout West Texas. You can pick us up on the AM dial. If you're not in West Texas, you want to listen online at KFYO.com. Oh, and by the way, you can listen via the Radio Pup app as well. Texas Tech versus Butler, by the way, as the NCAA really tips off, NCAA tournament really tips off today. I'll go ahead and take the upset Texas Tech over Butler today. It could be a very good game, very close game. Texas Tech needs to really hit every shot and do very well in order to beat a more experienced Butler team. But I think they can do it. A little bit of tournament magic going on here in Lubbock for the Red Raiders. So go Texas Tech. We'll be watching. That game tips off at 8:40. And, well, we'll have to find some bar to have some wings and some beer at 11:40 and root on the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. Have a great day out there. Don't forget, follow me on Twitter, Chad HD Radio, and don't forget, subscribe to the KFYO YouTube page right below.